Hello. Can I donate? Yeah. All right. What's today? 20? Hi, Maurice. Hi, Alea. Hello, sent. All right, give me a second here. Okay. All right, and I see that. All right, so Maurice, you'll be after JD, and then Alea, you're going to be after Maurice. So give me a second here. Okay. Okay. So update on new love coming into my life. All right. So let's see. All right. To make guys answers to those. So for JD, please let me know about new love coming into her life. Currently, right now, what's the energy on new love coming into her life? Let me know about that, please. Crystal, please. 2, 3. Tell me about that, please. Crystal, please. 2, right here. All right. Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups is new love. 6 of Pentacles. The World. So there is something coming in here. The Strength and the 9 of Pentacles. I see here. So there is somebody definitely coming in here, and maybe being with this person may make you feel more confident. But with the 9 of Pentacles, they still, you know, like want you to definitely like focus on yourself until this happens. With the 6 of Pentacles in the World, it could happen as the seasons change too. This would also just signify like a new cycle happening. Talking about the World. 2, 3. Yeah, 3 of Wands. So something that, let's see here. This could be with a person that's at a distance from you, but I feel like time-wise, it's something that's like happening in the not so far future. And what zodiac sign season can she expect this in? 1 card, 2, 3. The Lover. So Gemini. So around the summer. So Gemini season usually starts what, the second half of May to the first half of June. So around then. Excuse me. Tell me about Strength. 2, 3. Could be with a Leo. Doesn't have to be. 10 of Wands. I see here. They also don't want you to stress over this, over like the when or the how, whatnot. Tell me more though, Chrysopolis, 2, 3. Yeah, the Fool, the Seven of Swords, and Five of Wands. They also, like, when this does come in, they want you to have fun and not be too much in your head if like said individuals are just like bad people. Although, like, of course, you know, when you do meet new people, like, do be discerning because some people aren't the best. They want you to free yourself from the thinking that said people are kind of like out to get you or are always like hiding something. But let's see. Why Seven of Swords here? 2, 3. Ten of Pentacles, some of the Five of Wands, 2, 3. Eight of Swords, I see here. Don't be too in your head about if people are hiding something. Again, it's just like being discerning. Now, one of them or one person that could come towards you could be hiding like something to do with like family, like if they have a family here, or maybe something to do with money or whatnot. So, of course, be careful. What options, what new love options are coming in for her? Tell me about them. 2, 3. Three of Cups. So, multiple people. The Magician, the Page of Cups. So definitely people that you can create something with, people that you'll definitely like or will like you. One in particular could definitely be a water sign, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, because Cancer's popping up here. Queen of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Queen of Cups is, yeah, definitely like people that you'll feel stable with. Tell me about Queen of Cups, 2, 3. Seven of Cups here too, as well as, again, like there's like multitudes of options that are coming. So what I get here for new love coming in, it could roll around like, or the energy just kind of like starts around the summer. I do see a couple or several people, and as well as like they're just like, you know, just letting you know like, hey, like don't stress about these people. I don't think all of them are like something's wrong with all of them. You know, be open, but of course like be discerning. Anything else you guys want to tell her about this? For please, 2, 3. High Priestess, Nine of Wands, and Judgment. Definitely listen to your intuition, but you know, like learn to decipher your intuition from anxiety, because you have your Nine of Wands, which can talk about like, you know, being very anxious and exhausted, like especially like mentally exhausted, and then you have your Judgment. So don't let what stressed you out force decisions or whatnot, or influence your decisions, should I say. But at the same time, like, do listen to your intuition, of course. Yeah, Nine of Swords, King of Pentacles, the Devil. They want you to ground yourself and don't think of the worst case scenario. Again, like, be discerning, because not everybody is the best person, but like, don't think the worst case scenario with all of them. It's at the bottom. Yeah, the Star, like, have, you know, give yourself some peace, give yourself a break. But that's what I got. What's your last one? Hey, just send on Cash App. All right, so EXO, you will be after Alea. All right. Maurice, it's not your turn yet. I was just letting know EXO. I'm just letting know EXO. Like, I'm letting her know who she's after. Hi, Alexis. I sent for 2. Okay, so, all right. So, Alexis, you will be after EXO. cool. All right. All right. General for my birthday next week. Awesome. Happy early birthday. Okay. All right. To my guys and ancestors that love protect me. So for ancestors that love protect me. So cards top please, cards top please. So for JD, general for her birthday next week. General for her birthday week next week. What she needs to know, what does she need to hear when it comes to her birthday week next week? For South Place 2, 3. What she needs to know, what she needs to hear. For South Place 2, 3 here. Alright. Hey Shanna. Alright, so Shanna, you're gonna be after Alexis. Also, Shanna, since you're new here, please refrain from putting down your question. That's just so yeah. Refrain from doing that so like I don't confuse her question for anybody else's in the chat. Otherwise, not you are free to talk amongst the chat as you please. All right. Okay. Again, to my guys and ancestors, so for JD, again, general for her birthday week next week. What does she need to know? What does she need to hear when it comes to her birthday week next week? So please 2, 3. I kind of want to use that deck, but I'm not going to. Again, what she needs to know, what she needs to hear about it. Please 2, 3. Page of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups here. My 5 of Pentacles, 2, 3. My 5 of Pentacles, 2, 3. No, my Page of Swords here, 2, 3. 4 of Wands. Okay. I don't know if you're like thinking of a party, because four wands usually can talk about celebrations. It's also about family, relationships. So I don't know if you were thinking about a party or like having a discussion about one or something like that as well. So this could just be like thoughts on your birthday here. Let's see here. Because I do have 3 of Cups and 2 of Cups, and that could talk about gatherings. It's possible that you hear from other people. Come on, 10 of Swords, 2, 3. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm going to ask what that's potentially about. 10 of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. Is that like her ending a cycle? Positive, perfect, yes, perfect, no. No. What? Okay. Why is 5 of Pentacles here? 2, 3. Page of Cups. Okay, tell me Ace of Pentacles here. 2, 3. 6 of Wands. Oh, I see. So here's the whole thing. I don't know if you're going to be like having anything going on or you'd want to. 5 of Cups and 10 of Swords can talk about hurt. So I don't know if some people may not necessarily communicate with you on that day or within that week or whatnot. Because Ace of Pentacles and 6 of Wands is like a large thing of like validation too, or attention. What the hell is it saying? The fuck? Okay, let me do another spread. I'm sorry. Again, when it comes to this particular deck, it's a 50-50 chance I can read with it. What's another deck that I could fucking use? I also just needed a new deck. Let me just use this one. Okay, my guides and ancestors, I love me. So cards at the top, please. Cards at the top for Shanna. I'm sorry. Nope, my bad. Don't, Shanna, don't put anything down. My bad. I just read your name. For JD again. General for her birthday next week. For her birthday week next week. What does she need to know? What does she need to hear when it comes to her birthday week? So please 2, 3. 6 of Cups. Tell me more. So please 2, 3. I hate it when it fucking flies. Okay. Alright. King of Cups, Knight of Swords. Tell me more. So please 2, 3. Let me redo it. I'm sorry, my mind is all over the fucking place. Okay. One more time. Again, general for her birthday week next year. I'm sorry, next week. What the? Stop fucking flying! Okay. Sorry about that. Again, to my guys' ancestral. Cards at the top, please. General for JD when it comes to her birthday week next week. What does she need to know? What does she need to hear when it comes to that? Top is 2, 3. All right. 7 of Wands. The Devil. The Hangman. 5 of Swords. And 5 of Wands. So you could be feeling a little tense, but I think it's mainly like in your head a bit. But kind of like tense, especially around people or situations that you felt kind of like defeated with or slighted by here, things that were kind of toxic. And with the Hangman, what potentially happens is your perspective kind of changes on those things, especially when it comes to the conflict here, like how you deal with it. Yeah, Knight of Cups, 2 of Wands. It's possible to receive like some sort of advice somehow about like forward movement. Yeah, like taking a direction away from things that hurt you. Yeah, Justice, King of Pentacles. It seems like that week is more so like a mental type of thing here. I don't know how it happens, whether you talk to somebody or it's like some sort of divine guidance, but it's like something just kind of like clicks with the Justice card in terms of like balance and fairness within your life, especially when it comes to your own stability and being treated right. Yeah, 10 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. It's like you decide to invest in certain situations or invest less in certain situations in a different way. Because maybe for the longest with this 5 of Pentacles, you felt a lack in something, or felt like you weren't getting enough, or feeling kind of like abandoned or kind of just like left out in the cold here. So it seems like this is the week where you kind of like make a decision on whether or not to really continue like dealing with certain things that are just kind of like burdensome in general. Yeah, the Lovers, that's a choice. 2 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. Maybe you make the choice to block something out or to give more to yourself here. Some of the Lovers, 2, 3. Yeah, Knight of Wands. It's like, I don't know how do I say this. Rather than getting heated or going after something without maybe thinking it through, or just like your mind racing or something like that, you might decide to kind of like block something out and no longer give something attention. What is this all about? Probably 2, 3. Wheel of Fortune. So this is a change. It can also be like changes within karmic cycles. 4 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and 2 of Cups. It's like there's some sort of change coming to where you close off your energy and really begin to put your foot down, especially in terms of like the people that you connect with this 2 of Cups. Yeah, the World, Page of Wands. Perhaps you decide to close a door on something that's just kind of like not worth it, kind of like immature, or you begin to open a new one and maybe focus more on creativity and what really excites you. So I think your birthday week, honestly, it's more so about like reclaiming your space and your energy, like maybe like calling back your energy here and being like, you know what, now I decide what I really want to do here in this situation. I don't think I'm really going to give so much of my energy to this, or if I do, it's going to be to the capacity that I want it to be. So that's what I see here, and it's actually pretty good because I know you've been dealing with a lot. But yeah, but that's what I see. That's actually a good thing for a birthday in a sense here, because it's like, hey, you're turning another year. It's a new cycle for you. Spring cleaning, that sort of shit. But that's what I get. All right, so Maurice. Maurice, are you still here? Next week is very important tonight. April 2nd is a test taken for promotion. Do the cards see me celebrating next week? Let's see. Thank you. You're welcome. Yes, I have. Yep. All right, so So from Maurice, from Maurice. So from Maurice. So since next week is his test taking day for his promotion, all right, will he be celebrating after this? Will he, in the sense of like he's successful again, will he be celebrating for Sochitta? 2, 3. Will he be? All right, so will he be? 8 of Swords, the Fool, 6 of Wands. You may be in your head if you should or not, because the Fool will talk about like a risk or a new journey, new adventure. 6 of Wands is winning. 6 of Cups is here, which is the past and history and attachment here. And then I have your 5 of Swords. So you'd be in your head if you could, or if you, again, you'd be in your head because you have your 5 of Swords. I don't know if you'd feel defeated or feel a bit slighted here or something like that. Or it's just the type of thing of like your current position, maybe you feel like you're not necessarily getting enough, so this is like really important for you. Let me see more. The Hangman, 2 of Pentacles. Honestly, here's what I see. I see you like kind of really thinking about things and introspection, like going back and forth about maybe your results and stuff like that. Yeah, excuse me, 3 of Wands, Page of Pentacles. I do see some sort of offer of communication at least here, but there's a whole thing of like you kind of, excuse me, waiting. Yeah, Ace of Wands, Judgment, and the Hermit. Also, the Hermit does talk about school or studying here. So something could happen to where you're just like, I wish I had studied more. So if I were you, I kind of like get on the ball if you can study for this promotion or whatever else, or whatever the case may be. If I do pass the test, it will be celebrating my head, and then we'll be continuing my current job. I see. Okay. But what I see here is like you'd be in your head about stuff because again, I don't know if they're like, I don't know how fast the results come in. Let's see here. Would he get results back right away? Probably 2, 3. The Lovers, 6 of Swords, 7 of Wands. Is that giving me a yes? Positive purple yes, negative purple no. Queen of Swords. Is that giving me a yes? Positive purple yes, negative purple no here. King of Pentacles. Okay. Y'all ain't gonna act right. Alright, again, are these 3 cards giving me a yes? Is that giving me a yes? Is it upgrade for yes or reversal for no? No. So, you may not. I don't know. I receive the test results in seconds. Okay, because I'm just like, would you? Because the Lovers can talk about a choice. Because I was just like, would you? All right. All right, well, you answered that one. Pull this back here. So again, but how would he feel about his test results? How would he possibly feel about his results? Chrysopolis, 2, 3. How would he feel? Chrysopolis, 2, 3 here. Knight of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, and Temperance. So 8 of Wands is all about forward movement, and then Temperance we'll talk about like patience or feeling at peace. And the Knight of Pentacles is here too. I don't know if you would try to like be like studying it or something like that. I don't know. Mind you, I don't answer questions like these that often to my Knight of Pentacles, 2, 3. 7 of Wands. You might be a bit defensive. I'll ask, because I know I've seen before, like, okay, you would get the promotion and whatnot, but we're getting closer and energy does shift. So again, either way, is he happy with these results? Is he happy? Stop, please, 2, 3. 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, 2 of Cups. These are positive cards. I think whatever it is would be fair. Whatnot. I will say this much again, like if you can study for whatever it is, whatever's on there, I would say go ahead and do so. But do I see you celebrating? 6 of Wands can be a celebration here, but the thing is, what I do see is like you kind of like being in your head about stuff or whatnot. Like a lot of contemplation, maybe a feeling of defeat here. So again, so honestly, what I see here is there's a possibility that maybe you may not necessarily like the results. There's also a possibility that you would be in your head like having like mixed feelings about it. But I did get like these are yes cards in terms of like you liking them, like Six of Pentacles. To me, that's fairness or whatnot. Two of Cups would be a yes because that's like some sort of connection. And Queen of Wands here would talk about confidence. Um, Overall, will he be celebrating at the end of this? First off, please. 2, 3. Will he be? First off, please. 2, 3 here. High Priestess. Wheel of Fortune. 4 of Pentacles. That could talk about a secret here. Not a secret, but like hidden information. Wheel of Fortune is a change. And the 4 of Pentacles is keeping to yourself here. Here's what I get, because I know before so I was saying yes. Now I'm not necessarily too sure. Again, would this be a yes? Positive person yes. Negative person no. No, it's not. Wheel of Fortune. I think it would kind of depend. So here's what I get. It's possible that you do like this, and it's possible that you don't. So to answer your question, I'm getting a maybe. It really all depends on what's on it. If you can study for it as well too, as well as like how fair you think the system might be or whatnot. Maybe you might ask to redo it. Is what I get there too. Is there anything he can do to prep for this? Because please 2, 3. Is there anything he can do to prep? Not taking that. Is there anything he can do to prep? Because please 2, 3. Ace of Pentacles. The Empress. Queen of Swords. There's something about like advice maybe from like an older woman, the Empress and Queen of Swords here. So that's like somebody in charge, somebody in leadership potentially. So I would ask somebody in leadership about it too and see what they tell you is what I got. I have studied for this test for 6 months. I see. Because again, I don't know how promotion tests at times go. But it's saying like also like consider like there might be a main woman around there that could help. So do ask for her. But that's what I get. So honestly, I'm not really getting a yes or a no in the spread. There's a possibility that you do like this, and then there's a possibility that you don't. Um, and again, that would just all really depend on like what's on that test or whatnot here too. And not to mention the other half would also kind of like do with you like again, like you said, you studied, so okay, as well as like what's on there if you're prepared or whatever else. But that's what I get. Any other questions? Also, let me. Okay, so I saw that one. Okay. Cool. All right. No, thanks for the reading. You're welcome. Okay. So who is next? Alea, go ahead with any questions. Also, Alea, while you do that, I am going to be right back. I'm back. All right. I'm curious what's Mateo's current feelings towards me. I'm curious if he has romantic or it's like this. Like whenever I have checked, it's almost like he does, and then the next time it's like he doesn't. So maybe he's like back and forth with his feelings. Maybe it kind of oscillates. But let's see. So what are Mateo's current feelings towards Alea? What are his current feelings towards her? Chrysopolis? 2, 3. Queen of Swords. Justice. 2 of Wands. The 4 of Wands. And Page of Wands. So here's what I get. I think he's like trying to balance out how he feels or balance out the connection. It's like this, a part of him may want stability with you or feels like you are a stable, consistent person. Another part of him with the 2 of Wands and the Page of Wands may want to kind of like go towards something else. And I think I did see that the other day. That thing. Yeah, 3 of Cups, the Moon. Queen of Cups. It's like he may feel like you're very friendly and good to hang out with, but then you have to get the Moon and the Queen of Cups. I don't know if there's like a water sign, because I know you're a fire sign. But why is the Moon here? 2, 3. The Sun. Talking about the Queen of Cups. 2, 3. 2, 3. Ace of Cups. Is Queen of Cups another person in his life? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. 7 of Cups. Is Queen of Cups Alea? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. It is. 7 of Cups. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Is Queen of Cups Alea? Is it? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. It is. Okay, Temperance, yeah. Because you are a Sag. I see here. So, he feels like, you know, again, you're a nice person. You're cool to hang out with. And he may feel like you're really sweet. And he knows there's that option of having something new with you or wonders if he can. But then we have here the Moon and the Sun. So I don't know if he's confused about his feelings or anxious if he'd be happy. Why is the Moon and the Sun here? Why is the Moon clear? I'm sorry, no. Why is the Moon here? Stop, please. 2, 3. Why? Stop, please. 2, 3. Ace of Swords. 2 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles, I see here. I think what it is him keeping his thoughts and feelings maybe to himself somewhat, kind of like hiding that. But he may feel happy to be around you. How else does he feel towards her currently? Stop, please. That wanted to come out. 8 of Cups. How else does he feel towards her? Stop, please. 2, 3. 8 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles. And then the Empress one to flip out. Why is the 8 of Cups here? 2, 3. The Hangman. I don't know if he's in between, like, leaving this behind and then wondering if he can have something long-term with you, because you have here this Empress, and this is the type that he's looking for. I don't know if he's just, like, looking for his person or wondering, like, who his person truly is. So, overall, how does he feel towards her currently? So, please, 2, 3. 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, High Priestess. He may feel a sense of a connection there, or feels like you guys can at least connect, and might feel something more, or might feel like you're mysterious, so he's kind of like holding back some. Yeah, King of Swords, the Devil. It feels like he's like trying to think about things logically instead of like letting himself get in too deep. Talking about the Devil. 2, 3. Yeah, Page of Swords. I don't think he's trying to like obsess about things, or I don't know if he feels like you're obsessing about him. With the Devil and Page of Swords, is he like having obsessive thoughts? Positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no. 3 of Wands. Does he feel like she is? Positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no. 8 of Pentacles, yeah. I see here. The other way I can read this too is this. He might think you're a nice person at times, like may wonder about other people and thinks you're sweet, but at times like wonders if like maybe you're more invested or something, or may feel like maybe you obsessively think about him or something. It's like that. I might switch the deck. This isn't working for me anymore. Yesterday I saw him and we talked. He kept smiling a lot. I did notice He picked the time slot before mine for our meetings with our professors. Uh-huh. Pure coincidence? Or does he like you? But that's what I get. All right. What is that? Does Mateo have romantic interest in me? Let's see. To my guiding ancestor that looked at me for help, please. Does Mateo have any romantic interest in her? Does he? To my guiding ancestor that looked at me, does he? 2, 3. Does he? You have here the World, 3 of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Hangman, and 3 of Wands. So does he? You have your Cups here. Cups can talk about feelings. Again, he... How would I say this? How would I say it? Vice Queen of Swords here, 2, 3. 4 of Wands. Oh, wait a minute. Again, positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no. Does he have any romantic interest in her? 2, 3. Okay, yeah, he does. 10 of Cups, definitely. I'm about to say, I'm like, huh? It's like this. You are social, and there's times where this person does observe you and wonders like what could happen later on down the road. My initial thought, however, was this: maybe he felt like you were different than other people because you have your Queen of Swords and 4 of Wands. So Queen of Swords is somebody that's not very naive and is very knowledgeable. Um, excuse me, very direct and intelligent here. So maybe he thinks that you're somebody to like have a relationship with versus others where it's like, you know, like you have some people like you can party with but not really be serious with, just like you personally. But there's other people you're just like, I feel like I wouldn't be able to get away with that. I'd have to like really like have something serious with them. He feels like you would require maybe something more stable, that type of thing here. Tell me about the World, 2, 3. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. I don't know if this person thinks of like starting something with you to where you would be a partner. Is that what the World and the Queen of Pentacles is hinting at? Positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no. 4 of Swords. Is this something that is basically saying positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no. Is it positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no here? Yeah. Yeah. Thinking like at times like wonders like, could I like move forward with this person and like this person be my partner? So the Lover is just confirming that that's a yes. Tell me more about his romantic interest in her then. Chrysopolis, 2, 3. So again, he does have romantic interest in you. So again, like tell me about it. Chrysopolis, 2, 3. Tell me about it. Chrysopolis, 2, 3 here. But I will say this much, just because he does, like, he should definitely make a move, and if not, move on. 3 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. He wonders how it would work out. Yeah, 10 of Wands and 2 of Wands. I don't know if this person overthinks this. Like, overthinks taking another direction. Because you're popping up as High Priestess here. So I don't know if you're a bit of an enigma or if this person is, again, like, used to, like, having certain people around. And I'll say this much. If he has a certain type and you don't fit that type, it doesn't necessarily mean his attraction is fake or anything like that. But I will just tell you, you know, to save yourself the heartache and tell him, like, go be with your type and stuff. Because sometimes a guy, like, not all of them will try to experiment per se, but it's like, okay, this is outside of my usual type. I really like her. And then, of course, like you behave the way that you want to behave or you act or something like that. And they don't necessarily like that. So they'll go back to what they're already familiar with. And then you're just like, well, geez, what the fuck was the point, right? So that's what I will say. And that's even if I'm right in this case. Right, so your swords here, 2, 3, 2 of Cups. Again, there's just like this torn feeling about like having a connection with you for whatever reason. I don't know why. Tell me about the High Priestess, 2, 3. Is it because he knows that he have to have something serious with her and he can't really like toy with the situation? Positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no. Page of Swords. Is that giving me a yes? Positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no. No, it's not. All right, then what is it saying? First off, please. 2, 3. In plain English, what is it saying? 2, 3. Chariots, forward movement, strength, and 4 of Swords. It's like he thinks about moving towards you, but I don't know if he holds himself back or he has a lot of pride for whatever reason and may want to present himself to be a certain way, so he kind of keeps to himself with the 4 of Swords, which makes sense. Like, High Priestess is keeping your energy to yourself. I don't know if he worries about self-sabotage or about things being ruined or whatnot. So with that being said here, is he ever going to make a move towards her in the sense of like letting her know about his interest? Is he? Please, 2, 3. 9 of Wands, 8 of Wands. I do see communication here, but there's like anxiety around being rejected. Yeah, 8 of Cups and 9 of Cups. And 9 of Cups is having what you want as well as a yes card for the question that I asked too. It's possible that he does. So I'm going to give it like a 50-50. It's like he worries about rejection, even though he knows he'd be happy. So it's possible that he does talk to you about it, and it's possible that he doesn't. Let me ask, is he more likely to talk to her about it? Positive perf, yes. Negative perf, no. Judgment. He'll think about it. Is he likely to just leave it alone? Positive perf, yes. Negative perf, no. 7 of Cups, 2. Is judgment a yes? Positive perf, yes. Negative perf, no. No. Again, 50-50 here, because judgment is not always a full yes. This is about reading a situation too, being discerning, using critical thinking skills, and then this is just him being in his head. It's possible that he may not necessarily make a move. So does he have romantic interest in you? Yes, but he worries about rejection. But he does think about like how it would be to like maybe like make you his partner or whatnot. I think he does also kind of like he might acknowledge how you're different than other people that he goes after. And my only advice to you is this: do not ever be a motherfucker's first baddie. As well as don't be the first one that they date that's like you're not like their, how would I say this? You can be somebody's type of like outside of what they usually go for or whatnot. I would definitely observe him and observe who he talks to, especially women and stuff like that. And if they don't look like you or don't really behave like you or whatever else, I distance myself because you are nobody's experiment. But that's what I gotta. But that's what I gotta say. That's what I got. But yes, to answer your question, yes, he does. All right, XO, go ahead with any questions. Um, let's see here. All right, thank you so much. You're welcome. Is somebody making sure that the sound didn't go out? Nope. Okay, good. Give me a second here. All right. Hello. So, what would my manager think and feel regarding my message about my coworker Nolan? I'm basically letting him know that he's still being messy and it's agitating me. Apparently, other people have been complaining about him as well. So, I'm curious about what my manager is gonna do. All right. Also, give me one second. I'm trying to charge something else and then not show it on here either. It's nothing bad. It's damn, damn, damn. Okay. Um. Wait, is this the other thing here? It is. It is. That's what I was looking for. Okay. I don't want y'all to see what the fuck I'm charging either. Be like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Don't worry about me. It's just me. Like I said, it's not bad, but at the same time, they'll be like, ooh, like, no. Anyway, there we go. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right, so, they. All right. I think I have an idea. Shut up. But you do you, of course. Make a long story short, the little plug-in thing that I had, I can't fucking find it, and it's probably someplace under my bed, and I don't feel like pulling stuff up from underneath it because my cat would go underneath the bed, and if there's like, let's say like a napkin fell behind it, she tore it up. I don't feel like cleaning it. I just don't. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball. But anyway. All right, so you guys yes, that's what I'm saying. So for all right, so what will your manager think and feel? All right, so my guys and ancestors love me. So what will EXO's manager think and feel in regards to her message about Nolan, especially since other people have been complaining about this dude again? What will her manager think and feel about her message in regards to Nolan? Please, 2, 3. What will you think and feel? Please, 2, 3. I feel that, yeah. So what will you think and feel? The Tower, Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, the Hangman, and the Eight of Wands. So basically, here's what this is. This is basically like you kind of, you know, again, like this is the report. It's like you want help and want this to like, want things to move forward and about this person. Because we have here the Hangman. So this person's energy is stagnant and doing certain things, I guess, especially like maybe for their own well being, or like he's communicating stuff that he shouldn't communicate here. And with the Ace of Cups and the Tower here, I don't know how you relate the message. You could have been like kind of like nice about it, but kind of like, you know, like diplomatic about it, but just like, you know, like, hey, this person's doing XYZ. Because the Tower talk about shit hitting the fan, like upheaval, just like things being unstable at times, and you want there to be like somebody that intervenes. Temperance, Six of Pentacles. Honestly, they feel like you want them to fix it. That's what this feels like. I was nice but straightforward. I gotcha. Um, like yeah, getting straight to the point. Like, hey, so this person's causing shit, right? But like whoever the manager is, they feel like you want them to fix it. Like want them to kind of like come in and balance out the situation. Because again, this person's starting stuff, but it's just like, hey, balance out the situation, do your job. Yeah, the Hierophant and Four of Wands here. Um, some of the Hierophant, two. Some of the Hierophant, please. 2, 3. Five of Wands. Yeah, like conflict being caused in the workplace, like you're notifying it. Some of Four of Wands, 2, 3. Nine of Wands and how it's like making you anxious and stuff like that. Here's how they would feel about the message. Again, they'd feel like, okay, you want him to do something about it, and you want him to do something that would make this person anxious enough to stop or something like that, so that you can feel happy, so the environment can feel better or whatnot. Like basically making this person cut it out, because Nine of Wands is a wounded warrior card, so that's somebody that's exhausted. Like, so it's not like you said like, hey, do something that'll tire him out. That's not what you directly said here. Maybe it could have been taken as that here, or you're just like, hey, please solve the issue so he can stop. um Overall, what will the manager think about the message? Cashapp, please. 2, 3. Ten of Cups, Knight of Cups. I think here's what, and this might be a bit aggravating. Here's my first thoughts to this, and I'll just have to clarify to see if I'm right. But this feels like Ten of Cups and Knight of Cups. These are very nice cards, of course. Um, like this is total emotional fulfillment, and then this is Knight of Cups. How does he feel? He feels like he should handle it like good, but like nicely. Like he might definitely talk to Nolan. Yeah, Ten of Wands here. Because I mean, he can see that like, okay, you guys are upset, or you're complaining about like how other people have also said something as well too. um yes, because we had a previous situation months ago, like almost a year ago, and he's still at it. He talked to a guy a little bit, he's still being weird. I'll see this much. Positive cards for yes, negative cards for no. Best 2 out of 3. Because Queen of Swords is at the bottom here too. It's like you're pointing out stuff, or he'll feel like you're just, you know, again, like at your wit's end. But again, positive cards for yes, negative cards for no. Best 2 out of 3 here. So guys, answers to the words I need. Will the manager shut the situation down as he should? Will he take care of the situation as he should? Cards out, please. Positive cards for yes, negative cards for no. Best 2 to 3. 2, 3. Let's see, will he? Two of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. It's possible that they do. I do get two positive cards. But Five of Cups here, it talks about disappointment. So I wouldn't be surprised if like he did what he was supposed to do here, but this kid still acted out a little or whatever else here. And I'll just say this much: if the manager takes care of it and the guy's still acting up, at that point I would go up the chain of command. If he's not fired or whatnot. Let's see, you got Six of Wands, the High Priestess, Two of Pentacles here. um Six of Wands is winning in this situation, overcoming something here, and then Two of Pentacles, I think you might get what you want. Will EXO get what she wanted in the situation? Positive curve yes, negative curve no. Yeah. So yeah, you will, like, for, yeah, this is forward movement. Yeah. Yeah, the situation being put to a rest about something that's being deceptive. So that's what I see. Like, he'll think like, hey, you want the situation to be taken care of, and I get that, like, it will be, like, you will get what you want. At least that's what I'm seeing for right now, because again, there's other people involved and stuff like that. So that's the energy that's coming up right now. Again, right now. Um, but yeah, that's what I see. He's gonna push himself to get fired because people are gonna go to HR. Yeah. No, I don't blame him. I do not. But what's your last one? I feel like watching K-pop Demon Hunters again because I can't get that one song out of my head. Is that one song that they sing when they're jumping out of that fuck ass plane? But the thing is, here's what I can't stand about it is that they have that song Golden playing on the fucking radio, and everybody's losing their shit. And I'm like, well, damn. I'm just glad that my husband stopped singing Soda Pop. I know that sounded fucking random. Ignore my rambling. What are V the Aquarius's current thoughts and feelings towards me? He's an old potential romantic partner, but he ghosted me. He claimed he had a lot going on or whatever. I gotta go, so I'll have to rewrite my read. Thank you in advance. All right, no problem. Let's see. To my guys and ancestors, all over me. So for EXO, what are V the Aquarius's current thoughts and feelings towards EXO? What are this person's current thoughts and feelings towards Orcus? Please, 2, 3. What are his current thoughts and feelings towards Orcus? Please, 2, 3. Queen of Cups, 3 of Cups, the Magician, the 5 of Swords, and Knight of Cups here. So this is a little bit annoying, but I get here that this person, they see you as somebody that, you know, was sweet, and they're wondering if it's possible they can get things off the ground with you again. Or this could be a situation where maybe they feel like they should have, you know, move forward with you romantically rather than creating conflict in the situation with this 5 of Swords here. So I'm gonna see which one is it, and which one is it? Positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no. Is he currently thinking of getting things off the ground with her again? Positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no. Is he currently thinking that? Positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no. No, 5 of Cups. All right. Is he currently thinking that perhaps he should have moved forward with her? Positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no. King of Cups is here. Again, positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no. Is he thinking I should have moved forward with this person instead of creating conflict? Positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no. Ace of Pentacles. So yeah. Yeah, 9 of Cups. Maybe he's wondering if you would have truly been wish fulfillment in the situation. Tell me more. Cross out, please. 2, 3. Tell me more, please. Cross out, please. 2, 3 here. Yeah, 8 of Cups. The Hermit. I think this person's, you know, emotionally distanced themselves from the situation and kind of like walked away, but they still do think about it, especially about anything that you may have said to them. Yeah, 2 of Wands, 7 of Wands here. They're taking another direction, or they're thinking that you've taken another direction, and they also feel like you're defensive towards them at this time, understandably. You got 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. A part of me thinks this person wishes they had just put in the effort towards you and talked. But that being said, yeah, and 4 of Wands here, maybe he's wondering if he would have had like a better time with you. Does he actually wish that he invested more in her? Positive for yes, negative for no. Yes, the Star, and the Star does talk about a wish. Yeah, King of Wands, his cocky ass, Knight of Wands. Yeah, it's more so like in like hindsight being what it is. You know, maybe his intuition is finally like coming in. Like with the King of Wands and Knight of Wands, like his cocky ass was just like so in and out. And with the High Priestess, intuitively now he knows that he should have like definitely did more. Maybe right now this person has a lot of options, or they're just thinking about what ifs. What's currently happened? Yeah, what's happened in his life to where he wishes he had invested in her? Stop, please. Stop it. What's happened in his life to where he wishes he had invested in her? Stop, please. 2, 3. This ought to be juicy again. What's happened in his life to where he wishes he'd invested in her? I mean, he had invested in her. Stop, please. 2, 3. The World. So a certain cycle has closed out. The Chariot. I think that, okay, so a window of opportunity with you closed out, and that does make this person anxious. What else here? 9 of Swords, 6 of Swords. I think he also has anxiety about like how he just moved on. So maybe there's like some guilt here. Yeah, 3 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. I also think this person tried to give other people offers, but I think he can't let go of what he did, as well as maybe he feels kind of like blocked when it comes to other people in some way. Does he feel blocked when it comes to moving forward with others? Positive curve, yes. Negative curve for no. Yeah, 6 of Wands, especially like having success with them. Yeah, Page of Wands, Judgment, Strength. It's like he goes out looking or whatnot, but it's almost like his mind brings him back to what he did. Yeah, and then the Moon, 4 of Wands, King of Pentacles. And I think those situations have illusions around them. Like, I don't know if the people that he gets with, it seems at first they can give him what he wants. Like, if he's looking for stability, talking about the Moon, 2, 3. The Tower, oh, I see here. The people that he goes towards, or V goes towards, is it a type of situation where, like, they seem stable, but they're really not? Positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no. Yeah, Page of Cups, yep. Ace of Cups, 10. It's, yeah, there's a facade around other women, I guess this person's gone to. They seem loving. There's that facade here, but they'll hurt him, or they do hurtful things. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles here. Might drain him in some way. So how does he feel? His current feelings? He wishes he had chosen you. He wishes he had invested in you, because he also realizes like the window of opportunity with you has completely closed, and that makes him anxious. And then also when it comes to like moving forward and trying to have other connections and stuff like that, it seems as if nobody's really like real. People are kind of fake. They might try to hurt him or get certain things out of him. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. They try to like change shit in a very deceptive way and stuff like that. These other people, especially this Ace of Swords, like Ace of Swords is all about truth and clarity, but in this card, in this deck, it's depicted as like a night sky with a moon, and the moon would talk about confusion and illusion and stuff like that too. So it's like hindsight being what it is and stuff like that. It's like, I should have chose her, but hey, that's his little red wagon. That's what I get. All right, Alexis, go ahead with any questions. Mm. I don't know if it's still here. Also, what is there? All right. I'll just go ahead. Well, do if she ever comes back. All right. All right. Shanna, go ahead and put down your questions or a question. All right. What can Spirit reveal about new love coming in for me? Okay. Amazing. That's what looked at me. So for Shanna, so what can right? Okay, so what can you reveal about new love coming in for her? What can you reveal about new love coming in for her? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this. Amazing ancestors that looked at me. So what can you reveal about new love for Shanna? What can you reveal about new love coming in for her? Amazing ancestors that looked at me, especially in the right now. Yeah, what can you reveal about new love coming in for her? So please, when it comes to new love coming in for her, what can you reveal about it? So please, 2, 3. Wait, first, yeah, off the top, please. 2, 3 here. 2 more. Again, 1, 2, 3. All right. It is safe for you to love. Wedding, finances and career. Give your relationship a chance. Attraction and trust. Okay. So first card coming out is it is safe for you to love. However, with the other cards, it's more so like this. In general, things are fine, but to definitely be discerning, as well as like maybe looks can be a bit deceiving here. So it's not to say that there's anybody that's out to get you or willing to be kind of like, you know, emotionally dangerous and stuff like that. But it's like this. Some people, they may present themselves as being ready, and they definitely can be, as well as like, you know, people that are very attractive or that you find yourself to be attracted to. But it's but again, like, they're asking like with finances and career and then trust, even though these people may seem ready or they seem really interested here, it's more so like, are their lives together? Like, do they have things together? And can you really trust these people? With the finances and career here, because it says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Um, how would I say this? It's not like they're telling you like, oh, make sure this dude has like 5 cars and a mansion. Like, no, it's just more so of, is their life able to, you know, successfully uphold a relationship? Like, are they able to healthily have one? Is there space in their life here? Do they have their shit together in order for that to happen? That sort of thing, in a sense of like, are they emotionally stable? And if you want somebody to be financially stable to a certain degree, like, hey, like, do they fit that standard? And then you have here trust. Like, this situation is calling for you to have trust here. It's just that type of thing of, again, like, just because they might seem ready or because you're attracted to them and they seem open-minded and things are going good, again, it's just the whole thing of like, are you sure you can trust this person? Do you trust yourself here? Do you have any trust issues you need to work on? That sort of thing. um this is more so like, you know, listen to what's being said, but also listen to what's not being said. It's about trust. 2, 3. Yeah, getting to know each other. Yeah, so as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So it's just more so of like, make sure they're telling you the truth, that sort of thing here. um as well as like, let's say you question something and they're just like, oh well, why would you want to know about that? Or like, isn't what I told you like enough, or something like that. When it comes to people like saying stuff like that, that's when you pay attention, of course, and you don't let shit slide. Tell me about give your relationship a chance. For top, please. 2, 3. Yeah, retreat here. It's time for you to disconnect from the world here. Come out, retreat. 2, 3. Free yourself. I see here. Yeah, and then pay attention to the red flags. Be careful with people that want to isolate you so quickly. Like, going on to trips to certain places. Like, for example, if somebody wanted to go on a date and they wanted to do hiking, me personally, I would not ever do hiking as a first date, because I'm like, we're in the woods and stuff like that, and I don't really know you like that. That type of shit here, I don't know what's running through your head. And I really do need to see the whites of your eyes instead of like seeing sun in it. And you know, it's just like, you know, be careful. Like, be careful of people trying to isolate you, trying to be very private, like too private, where it's suspicious. And if anything is crossing any boundaries and stuff like that, or raising any alarms, it says here, you know, to like free yourself. So like, take this literal to a certain extent. Like, again, um, because like with the retreat card, like, you have the, it seems like these people, like, they're dressed for a wedding and it's their wedding, but like, these are the woods in the background. Because it said, yeah, it's time to disconnect from the world. And the other thing, it also kind of goes towards people that they want to go in hermit mode and be like really quiet and distance themselves, especially out of nowhere. It's basically like that. If they want to like seclude you, like isolate you, or if they want to withdraw for no reason, like, definitely pay attention to that. Especially, like, again, it says here, pay attention to the red flags, the signs are cautioning you. So there's that. Anything else she needs to know? Like, Anything else you want to reveal when it comes to new love in her life, coming in her life? Press out, please. 2, 3. Tony, press out, please. 2, 3 here. Again, pay attention to the red flags. Children, make the effort. Yeah, it's like this. Again, some of this is literal. Um, if they have kids and stuff like that here too, like of course like check that that's really what you want. Like, do you not mind a person that you're dating having kids or whatnot? Like of course like go over that with yourself. As well as children that can go towards like childish behavior, and then you have to make the effort. So great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to. And in these two cards do depict children, and children isn't always about, again, like somebody having actual children. It could be like somebody being very childish or your inner child. So it's the type of thing of definitely pay attention to the signs. Like, are they hiding anything? Or does this person act like a kid when they really shouldn't? Like, are they childish? As well as like, do they bring out the best in you? Do they make you feel like a kid? Right? Because what's at the bottom? Yeah. And then let go of control issues. Love yourself first. Ultimately, they want you to like let things flow, but if something's not matching your standards and it's just requiring too much, or just like too suspicious, love yourself enough to like step out the door, like go out and leave this person behind, especially after you're forgiving and learning. So it says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So it's more so of not everybody is your ex, not everybody is the people in your past here. If certain things trigger you, understand that the other person probably has no idea how you actually feel, and you need to communicate that sort of thing here, as well as the same thing goes for them, that sort of thing. So make sure like you're not really bringing any baggage in the relationship, but also make sure that you're not affected by theirs. But that's what I get. So when it comes to new love in your life, or like coming in your life here, it's more so like letting you know, like, hey, just because things seem exciting or they're progressing in a pretty good way, like, is it still the best situation for you? Like, can this person really like be stable enough for you? You know, as well as like make sure that they're actually safe to be around. Make sure you actually do get to like know this person, trust them. Basically, it's like common sense stuff is what they're getting into. But that's what I got. All right, Alexis, are you here? I don't know, she went to sleep. Almost. All right. Thank you. You're welcome, Alexis. Yes. All right, Alexis, go ahead with any questions. 2, 3. All right. Who am I currently evolving into? Okay, that's a good question. I'm gonna put that back out of commission for right now. All right, some guys, ancestors, love protect me. Who is Alexis currently evolving into? Who is she currently evolving into? Please 2, 3. I don't think anybody's really asked me that question, or if they have, I don't remember. Yeah, who is she currently evolving into? Guys, ancestors, love protect me. Who is she currently evolving into? Please 2, 3. Also, let's see, who? 4 of Pentacles, the Star, King of Wands, 10 of Swords, and 5 of Cups. I see here. Honestly, you're currently evolving into a person who's very confident within themselves, as well as somebody that has their peace but is worried about, not worried, but more so like focused on their success, maybe even stardom, or like what's going to bring you, again, like the most success, what's going to bring you the most wish fulfillment. But you're also evolving into somebody that's like no bullshit, like you don't really tolerate things, because of course like you've been hurt here. um and with the 5 of Cups, rather than like letting things like kind of like hurt you to your core, things may like really disappoint you, but not to where you can't call things out and where you kind of like stay stuck, but more so like things are kind of like BS and they disappoint you, but you call shit out here and you're just like, okay, but what is it really? That sort of thing here too. Um, as well as like perhaps like you're evolving into somebody that may be more open minded or more, how would I say this? Like, again, more receptive to what's going to make you feel the best. You know, like what might put you on top, what's going to make you feel confident here, as well as like this would just talk about like, hey, like engaging in more opportunities and stuff like that, things that you feel like would be good for you. So like evolving more into an active person. So let's see, what's Four of Pentacles here? Two, three. Yeah, Four of Wands. I see here. So my Four of Wands, two, three. Ace of Wands. I see. As well as like becoming your own guard dog, right? Because with the Four of Wands, perhaps you're a person like you like celebrating with people, you like stability, you like family, or you like, you know, making other people feel like, you know, feel welcome and like you feel welcome and stuff like that. Just overall like having a good time. But it's like you're protecting your energy more and perhaps like questioning things more here. Tell me more about the person that she's currently evolving into. Cashapp, please, two, three. Tell me more, Cashapp, please, two, three. Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the Hierophant here. How would I say this? I want to say Knight of Cups wears their heart on their sleeve and stuff like that, but like more emotionally stable. Not to say like you're like emotionally volatile and all over the place. No, it's just more so like with the King of Pentacles and the Hierophant, like more grounded. And before really like becoming this Knight of Cups, as in like somebody that shares their emotions with other people and may even like do kind gestures for others, you're making sure that things do match up to your standards here. So becoming kind of like reserved, you know, reserved, being observant here, um, and picking and choosing who deserves your energy and who doesn't, as well as like doesn't match certain criteria. If not, sorry, I can't help you. So that sort of thing. Yeah, Two of Swords and the Moon. I think you're evolving into a person who is going to do more for themselves and more for like their own success, as well as like rather than like being hurt or butthurt about stuff, about something, it's more so of like you don't let it affect you that much and you question more, as well as again like evolving more into your own bodyguard, like you're more protective of yourself, you have boundaries and stuff like that too here. Especially when it comes to certain things that are kind of like ambiguous and kind of confusing and stuff like that. You're like, no more of that. Yeah, the Tower, Ace of Pentacles, and Two of Cups. That sort of thing. It's about the Tower, two, three, Four of Cups here. As well as like not letting things rock your peace to the extent to where maybe you might blow up on people and stuff like that. It's almost like, you know, that's a shame, but again, like it's not gonna reach your core and stuff like that. Because perhaps at times like you took things personal, and the thing is, of course, like a lot of us are going to take things personal, and that's not, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being sensitive and stuff like that. Like, hey, if something happens to you and you feel a certain way about it, or there's certain things that you can pick up on, of course you're going to take it personal, and again, there's nothing wrong with that. But perhaps the reason why you could have at times, or maybe you got more upset than you should have at situations, because with the Ace of Pentacles and Two of Cups, you know what you have to give. You have a lot to give people. Like you have a lot of like inner abundance. Perhaps you like to really, you know, connect with people and be friendly and be very loving here. And it kind of does devastate you when people do really disappointing shit. Um, so evolving more into like maybe somebody that, how would I say this, like maybe you don't take things as personal and it's just more so of like, you know what, it's disappointing, but I'm not gonna let this, you know, get to me like that. It's not really worth it. It's not worth me blowing up. Tell me more. Two, three. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, as well as like sensing more about like undertones and stuff like that and keeping things low key. What's at the bottom? Yeah, temperance. Basically, you're evolving into more of an even-tempered person who doesn't let much bother them, or even if it does, you're not gonna like lose your mind over it. And not saying that you have before or you've gone like psychotic or anything like that too. It's just more so of like, I'm just gonna keep on going and care about my peace, and do things that protect my peace. So like you're evolving to somebody that's like very protective of themselves, but not in a bad way, and not like closed off to where people are just like, she just doesn't let anybody in. But it's just more so of like, maybe not giving so much of yourself at first, and then at the same time like going after what you want and what really makes you happy. And that's actually pretty good. I've been doing a lot of internal healing and growth, and this resonates. I'm feeling more like I don't give a fuck, not in a cold way, but balancing my empathetic, sensitive, dreaming nature and being more grounded and logical, and have more boundaries. Yeah, because it's just more so like there's nothing wrong with being a whimsical person, but it really kind of does take it out of you when you're around people and you try to be a good person or try to be loving, and it's almost like they do everything to kind of just like kick that out. It's like nobody wants to be around something good. I thought I was doing something. And then, eventually like you just kind of like it might sink in, what, that's their problem. That's a reflection off of them. But you know what? Note taken. I'm very calm and I'm working on letting things and people get to me. Yes, pouring into myself more. Yeah. And I've had to do that myself, especially after certain situations and whatnot. I'm just like, huh, okay. Also, I'm starting to not care for outside validation, and that's really good, because you'd be surprised about how many people really do care. But like, how would I say this? I don't think when it comes to like you and outside validation, I don't think you're an attention whore or anything like that. It's just more so of like, oh, I hope I did this right or whatnot, or like, oh, well, why don't you think so? That type of thing here. But I don't think like you're an attention whore that like tries to do everything, which is good. No, I get it. That's what I see. What's your last one? Ooh. Do I have any upcoming glow ups in my life coming soon or this year? I've been doing a lot of eternal healing and growth, but not in the physical as much. But I do take accountability for where I am in life. That's good. Let's see here. Do you? My guys' ancestors look at me. So, does Alexis have any upcoming glow ups in her life coming soon or this year? Again, does she? Crystal, please. 2, 3. King of Wands, Queen of Swords, Four of Wands, the Star, and the Ace of Wands. So I do see it happening. The Star and Ace of Wands. So this would talk about glow ups. So the Star is like glamour, that's being attractive, that's success, and then Ace of Wands is a lot of energy and creativity and abundance. All right, but like, is it coming soon? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Is it all right? Does it happen this year? I can't talk. Does it happen this year? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Yes, but slowly. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Maybe like in the next 2 months. Is it saying in the next 2 months? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. No, but it does happen slowly over time and whatnot. Let's see here. My Four of Wands, 2, 3, Eight of Cups. I see here. So it happens with this. So Queen of Swords, Four of Wands, and this Eight of Cups. It begins or happens as you make decisions about certain things in life, maybe dealing with family or stability here, and maybe like detachments or walking away from things here. That's how how it begins and stuff like that. Um, and that makes sense. It's like when you remove certain things from your life that you don't need, then things begin to look up energetically and stuff like that. It do. Um, Tell me more. Crystal, please. 2, 3. Tell me more. Crystal, please. 2, 3. Because King of Wands is saying yes. Here's how. Tell me more. Start. Crystal, please. 2, 3. Five of Pentacles, the Magician, Two of Pentacles. It's like this. For the time being, it kind of seems like nothing's there. But as you begin to create more in your life, you have more opportunities or things just balance themselves out. You have Three of Swords and Judgment. So Three of Swords, 2, 3. Ten of Cups. So my Judgment, 2, 3 here. The Sun. Yeah, especially like when you make a decision, again, like making decisions about things that have hurt you, especially maybe when it comes to family or like things that affect your long-term happiness. Maybe it's saying like when you drop some dead weight, that's when it happens here with the Sun card. Is that what y'all are saying? Like when she drops some dead weight on some stuff? Positive for yes, negative for no. Yeah, the Lovers. Like when you drop some dead weight, you have the Moon, the Hierophant, Five of Cups. There may be something like subconsciously that you're holding on to, or that like you need to kind of acknowledge. It may have to deal with family or a particular connection or something that just kind of like caused. It could also be like a belief, but something that causes like disappointments, something that's kind of like weighing you down. It's like when you cut that off, that's when this stuff begins to really happen. Tell me more about that. Crystal, please. 2, 3. I did take a security class and I'm waiting for my license in the mail so I can get a new job. And I'm planning to start school soon. I finally realized what I've wanted to do, which is become a therapist. That's good. Let's see what's more. Queen of Cups, Two of Wands, the Hermit. It's like there's something hidden. Again, I don't know if this is in your subconscious or like in a corner of your mind here. Ten of Wands, Seven of Cups. I don't know if you've been in your head about it, but it's something that kind of causes confusion or weighs you down. Does this have to deal with a person? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Justice. Is that a yes? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Knight of Pentacles, yes. It is a person. Could be a Libra, it doesn't have to be. Who is this person? 2, 3. Could be an air sign, doesn't have to be. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, the Chariot, Six of Swords. The Chariot and Six of Swords are travel cards, so it's somebody at a distance potentially, or somebody that you have to move away from, or kind of like move on from here. I know you've mentioned your dad before at some point. Like, I don't know if you have problems with him. Knight of Swords, Six of Pentacles. Something that's kind of like in and out or rushes, or maybe you felt attacked by this person. I'll say this much. Sometimes a person's glow up starts when they drop the need of wanting to be validated by a particular person or thing. And once you just say, you know what, fuck this, the hell with it or whatnot, and you finally like release that weight, release that energy, other things begin to kind of come in and you begin to feel more like yourself and more is attracted to you. Yes, it may be him. Let's see here. Is it talking about her father? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. King of Cups. I don't know what his sign is. It's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Again, is it about her father? Positive card for yes. No, is King Cups giving me a yes? Is that giving me a yes? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Strength. Oh, wait a minute. Um, it may not necessarily be him. This is about masculine energy here. Does she have a wound surrounding masculine energy? Positive curve, yes. Negative curve, no. Yes, you do. Ace of Pentacles. High Priestess. Um, not to say that like you always want to like male validation, but like if you have problems with your dad, then that can create a father wound. Give me 1 second. Get the fuck down. Get the fuck down. Now. Get down. I don't care. Anyways, but like as I was saying again, so um sometimes if you do, you have like what they call like a father wound and stuff like that, and that can affect your relationships with other men or how you may view yourself in a certain way or whatnot. Um, so how does she drop that? Crossways 2, 3, 6 of Cups. That's the past. 10 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Hangman. I think part of it is realizing that that person or other people in that energy here aren't really going to do anything and that they can't, especially with the Hangman, like realizing these people or these sorts of people bring me stagnancy. Like being connected to this and putting my energy into this is creating stagnancy, as well as like if you're looking for approval or whatnot, realize you're looking for approval from people that again are stagnant. And again, like look at how this Queen of Pentacles is, and then this Hangman. Queen of Pentacles seems so much more glamorous and shinier than this Hangman. So it's just like consider the source. Like I'm over here hoping to have some sort of acceptance by somebody that's either looking like a bum, that acts like a fucking bum, that can't even do right by their own damn self. So what the fuck am I doing, right? I do have a father wound. I don't talk to him much now, and I stopped allowing him to emotionally guilt me for not helping him. I do have a father wound, but I'm learning to let go of his judgment and thoughts. Yeah. So when you drop that, because again, it's basically saying this: look at him and look at you. You're this Queen of Pentacles, right? The positive aspects of Queen of Pentacles, that's a woman that does take care of the home, that is nurturing to herself, as well as that's somebody here that does embody, self-love, that can again take care of themselves at least on a good like physical level. And then you have here the Hangman, somebody that's hanging by, right? And again, like consider the source. Really consider the source here. Like he guilts you and he tries to do this, that, third, and the fourth, but he hasn't, like for example, again, I don't know the situation as like full, but like don't listen to a motherfucker that always like complains and wants to do shit and they're always on the fucking couch and stuff like that. Like you never get your ass up, dude. You never fucking get your ass up, right? Or I'll get personal. So one thing that I definitely realized going more like what was it when I got into my late teens to my 20s is that my father isn't that much of a good man, right? As well as like looking back at like the pressure that he tried to put on me as a kid and stuff like that, and then learning things about his childhood and stuff. I had to really like consider the source and stuff like that, and I'm just like, you are a deeply troubled person. That's for one. And you want to put pressure on others and then like vicariously live through me and stuff like that here too because of your own stuff, right? And considering like how his love life has gone, as well as how some of my siblings feel towards him and stuff like that, I'm just like, you can't call yourself putting pressure on people or thinking everything is right and stuff like that, and you can even do right by some of the people in your own life, as well as yourself and whatnot. You keep holding yourself back because you keep on trying to prove something to somebody that's no longer earthside. So there's that. He called my mother talking about me, and she was about to tell me what he said, and I told her, don't tell me, I don't want to hear, nor do I care. Yes, he's always complaining, acts so entitled to his kids' money and help. Exactly. So it's more so of like when it clicks, because the thing is, you already know it, but when it finally like clicks and stuff like that, fuck this. Same. I've the same realizations about my father and siblings feel the same. Yeah. It's like we love our dad, but at the same time too, I'm just like, things could have gone so much better. And I'm not gonna lie, it's like this. I don't think he should have had kids. um, or he should have definitely gone to therapy, but mind you, my father is in his 80s. Right? And you already know, like when it comes to I guess they would call it like Gen Z or that generation and whatnot. They don't believe in mental health like that and everything else here too, but because their parents really screwed things up, that's why they were sort of abusive and stuff like that to their own kids and shit. So I'm just like, especially what was a because my mom is his third wife, and they're still married. But the thing is, she even told me some stuff, like for example, how my siblings, because mind you, there is a huge age gap between me and my siblings, like 20 something, maybe 30 something years or whatnot. And by the time I was born, they been had kids. But she had told me how at one point they all stood out in the yard wherever and cursed him out because he was neglectful, because he didn't do his job. So it's like that TikTok sound, like, why would I listen to you, right? And it's just the whole thing of, this is somebody that keeps on trying to guilt trip you, that feels entitled. But the thing is this, flip it back on him. Even if you have to use like patriarchal rules and stuff like that too, like, you know what, you're the so-called man, you're the so-called dad, right? You're the we Like, aren't you supposed to be the one that have money, that has money? Aren't you supposed to be one that takes care of stuff like that? And you're asking me and trying to make me feel bad for your bullshit, for the shit that you failed in. And perhaps you've already came to that, but like maybe like when you really get deeper in that, you're like, you know what, fuck all this. I don't need this person's validation or whatever the hell else, because he can't even validate himself. He can't even get up and do what he always yells at me and everybody else for not doing, when hey, it's your responsibility and stuff like that. Stop projecting on me. My father is old too, an old stubborn Jamaican man, and he grew up with his grandparents, and his granddad was abusive to him. And yes, since I was a teenager, when I first started working, he's been asking me for money. Mm. I think I also, what was it? I wouldn't consider it jealousy, but it's just more so of like this, right? When you see, because the thing is, your kids are supposed to do better than you. Each generation is supposed to be better than the last. That's how that's supposed to go. That's the whole point of human evolution. But the thing is what it is this. He sees himself as a failure, and he's still going based off of what was said to him, even if he doesn't realize it. And he sees his kids doing his own thing, and he's just like, I wish I could have done that at their age, or I wish I could have had that mindset, and blah blah blah. I wouldn't really worry. But hey, shit happens. But it's basically saying this: when you deal with that, as well as other things that are attached to that, that's when the glow up happens. And again, with the Knight of Pentacles, that's why they were saying like it happens slowly. Like when you deal with this one particular thing, I guess, or maybe other stuff, other things really do like fall in place and stuff like that, you know? Um, or I'll give you like another good example. Like after like facing certain hurtful situations with other men in my life in the past, when I really like, what was it? When I really began to kind of like apply myself in the sense of, I'm like, I give people a little too much grace and stuff. And I began to kind of cut people off at the knees and not tolerate certain things or whatnot. That's when things began to kind of get better and better and better and better. Not because I had low self-esteem and I'm like, you know what? I'm up here giving chances to people, or kind of tolerating people that are like beneath me or doing behavior that's beneath me. Even if it's not serious or whatnot, you don't do this shit to me, right? And because of that, certain things happen and whatnot. And now I am currently the current version of myself that I've always wanted to be, right? And I'm happy about that too. And I'm like, good. It took a while. But hey, but I would say like once you start, you know, viewing the contrast, like hey, you're this Queen of Pentacles, and he's just this man. Because it whole thing is the hangman also knows how to get themselves down. It's just a matter of when or if they ever decide to do so. It's like he's just hanging around and stuff like that, not getting off his ass, and you already building stuff for yourself and whatnot, right? Again, consider the source. Consider the source here. You're dealing with somebody that, you know, fragile masculinity that didn't get to be the man that they wanted to be. And when they were the quote unquote man, they fucked up. And they thought that they were doing good stuff, right? And then looking back, they're like, that didn't work out. Of course it didn't fucking work out. You weren't being a good person. You weren't, you know, leading yourself with integrity or anything like that. You weren't being an actual man. Okay, if anything, you might have been like being a bit of a punk and get upset because other people don't want to be bothered with you. So yeah. But that's what I get. Again, it happens slowly. But as you drop that, as you come to more realizations and stuff like that, and again, as you consider the source more and stuff, that's when it begins to happen. That's when more energy comes to you and everything else here too, and other things just kind of like fall in place. So this is perhaps kind of like an energetic block, and it's not your fault. Of course, like take your time and stuff like that, because again, this is not your fault. If anything, he's probably getting karma for creating that energetic blockage within you, and believe it or not, people do get karma for that. So that's what I see. I love that for you. Thanks. I'm still in the process, but I know I'll get to that version of me. And yes, I feel he's dealing with his own karma now based on where he is in life, and people really don't want to be bothered with him. He pushed so many people away. Exactly. Exactly. Because I'm even noticing stuff with my own dad. So, hey. So, like I said, like I said, like take your time with it. And as you go on, shit begins to shed off and gets to really like come to you and stuff like that. So it'll be all right. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. And that will be it for this live. Thank you for everybody that came on tonight. Everyone have a good night. Bye.